3 years and 6 months ago. He has 2 children. He works in the healthcare. This guy is now settled. He came on the carer's visa. When he initially came to the UK, he struggled because the agency that brought him to the UK, the agency did not have a job and they did not tell this brother. As I said before, this brother and his wife, they sold everything that they have in Africa before they came to the UK. This guy, he was working in the UK. He's even just passed his driving experience, his driving test, and he is settled. His 2 children, they are attending school. Everything is going well for this brother. Sadly, one fateful night, whilst this brother was at work on holiday, was doing night shift at work, he belongs to a WhatsApp group chat of Oaths Student Association from his old school days. Somebody sent a picture, they sent a video in that group chat. This guy, because he was working, did not see the message that was sent in this group chat. When he was on his break, he opened this WhatsApp group chat message that he saw just to check what the person sent him. Meanwhile, his colleague that they were on break together, they sat next to this guy. Some people are saying that what happened to this guy, there could be some element of racism in what happened to him. That is what the wife and this guy are saying. I want to know what your views are. Why some people say that this guy, he is naive, that he should have known better. Let me know in the comment section what your views are. Many people will make the same mistake, especially those people who work in healthcare who may not be aware of this thing. This guy opened the WhatsApp message as soon as he realized that the video that was sent in this group chat, it's a video of an adult sexually abusing a child. Remember, this guy did not know what message was sent. He was on his break. We'll call it sadness to him. He just checked what was said. As soon as this guy saw this message, he said, "So what is this?" His colleague asked him, "What is that? Why are you shouting?" He said, he called his colleague, said, "Come and see the message that this video that this guy sent in the group chat." As soon as he saw, his colleague saw him, colleague said, "Oh, this is the message." He immediately deleted the message. He said, "I do not want." This guy is a very, very religious person. As we are talking now, this guy is a very, very religious person who he will not tolerate anything like that. And because of his religious belief, and because he knew that the video is inappropriate and is wrong, he deleted it. But he did not report it to his boss. Sadly, this decision is the beginning of this brother's downfall. If you know anyone who works in the healthcare sector, please kindly ensure that they see this video. This brother is only 1 year and 6 months away from applying for permanent residence, but sadly, he has been convicted and his name is now on the sex offenders register in the UK. Don't forget to give this video a like if you see any value. This brother is just after the work, he deleted the message. He just went back to his break. He thought everything was okay. He went to home the next day. When he got home, the colleague who was sat next to him reported him immediately to his boss. He reported it to his boss. The next day, they informed the police. You would have thought that this guy deleted the message, as soon as possible, that was the end of the story. No, that wasn't the end of the story. His boss then reported to the police because the guy worked with vulnerable people. He worked with vulnerable people, children on the autistic spectrum. He worked as one of their support workers. They reported the matter to the police. This brother said he was at home. The police knocked on his door, and he was like, "What is going on?" They said, "You have access inappropriate. You have access indecent image of a child." That is the word that the police used. The guy was handcuffed. The guy said, "What is going on?" He was handcuffed. The police took him to the station for questioning. They have to release him after 8 hours. They seized his phone. They did forensic examination of this brother's phone. And they realized that this brother, he has not done anything like that before. In fact, there is nothing that the police saw in this brother's phone that showed that this brother has ever accessed anything like that before. The police then called him. Meanwhile, this guy was suspended from work immediately. The police then called him after 3 months. Meanwhile, this brother, he cannot claim benefit in the UK. During that 3 months, he was being paid, but the guy said his life was hell. The police called him and told him that, "Look, because you haven't done anything like this before, we are going to give you caution. For those outside the UK, anyone that works in the healthcare sector, every year you have to do what they call DBS check. It's disclosure barring check to make sure that you do not have any criminal conviction." So this guy, the police then advised him that they will give him caution, which means that they are not going to take him to court, but they will just give him caution to show that this guy has been cautioned for acts for the possession of indecent image of a child. The guy then spoke with the pastor of his church. The pastor told him, "Don't accept caution." The police said, "Come back and sign the document to say you accept caution." The pastor told him, "Do not accept caution. If you accept caution, it will show on your DBS that you've done it." Meanwhile, having caution on your record does not mean automatically that you cannot work as a healthcare assistant. It depends on the risk assessment of the person, your manager. So you can still have caution and still work in the healthcare. Not in all cases, it depends on the manager and the risk assessment. This guy, because the pastor told him, "Do not accept," the guy told the police that he is not going to accept caution. So the police then say, "Okay, since you're not going to accept caution, the only option is for us to take the case to court." The pastor told him that they've already prayed for this guy, that this guy is not going to be convicted, that they should, because he didn't accept caution, that they shouldn't worry, they should go to court. As soon as the pastor was advising him as his legal advisor. Meanwhile, this pastor is not somebody who is legally trained. The guy listened to the advice of his pastors and said, "Okay, because I haven't committed any crime, as soon as I saw the video that was sent to me from the WhatsApp group that it's an inappropriate picture, I deleted it. I have a chance that this case I can clear my name." His brother listened to the advice of the pastor and he told the police that he refused the caution and wants the matter to be judged in court. The guy was taken to court. Remember, this brother hasn't got criminal record. This brother is only 1 year and 6 months from applying for indefinite leave to remain. You know anybody that works in healthcare in the UK, share this video with them. If you've seen any value, don't forget to like this video. The police took the matter to court. This brother was found guilty in court.
Discover the fun in
My people, since they happen.
Loved by over 20 million
Oh.
kids.
This is why the brother is saying he doesn't know if this is racism. The judge told him that, "Look, the police took you to court for the possession of indecent image. The question is, did you have the image on your phone? The police are not saying that you've been doing it before. They are not saying that you are that you support, that you did not know that this thing is wrong. What the police are saying is that, did you have indecent image on your phone? This brother, who has never committed any crime before, was found guilty, and he was then put on the sex offenders register. Sex offenders register means that it will be on any public register that this brother, he poses risks to children. A brother who has never committed crime before, and this guy, his employer, they are the one that gave him visa sponsorship. So when this guy was found guilty, the employer told him, we cannot keep you on our record again because you have been found guilty and your name is now being put on the sex offenders register. This brother, as we speak now, his employer, they've now withdraw his sponsorship. They sacked him, withdraw his licenses. If he had not listened to the pastor and accepted conscience, maybe his chances, the outcome would have been different. But because this brother was listening to the pastor and followed the advice of the pastor, because of that, this brother, he has now been sacked. His visa sponsorship has been revoked. And this brother, who sold everything that he had back in his home country, he has lost everything and he will have to leave the UK. If you know anyone that works in the UK, because most of us belongs to different WhatsApp group,